Try not to swear. Oh, hello, it's Pete and Cam. Say hi, Cam.
Hi Cam. Sorry, I was being silly.
That's fantastic. Excellent. Right, welcome to the making of the BSP Joy Anthem, which is called Coming Alive. What do people say about your song?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, because we haven't released it yet, we've only had test audiences, but they love it. They do.
Yeah, Ellie said something.
Ellie said she just got the warmest feelings from it. The singer sounds like she's smiling when she's singing.
Somebody I know said it was beautiful. Somebody else said it was calming and peaceful. It's a very kind of picturesque, scenic song.
Yeah. Well, I just love that it's got real players and acoustic instruments, the violins. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's all human. It's all human experience. That's what I like about it.
How long did the song take to finish?
Oh my God. What the heck? It took us 6 months at least, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should speak about that. You did the lion's share of the organizing.
Even the lyrics took us 4 weeks, didn't it?
It did, and we just worked hard. We worked really hard on this song, and then to get people to record it from all over the world, it took a long time.
It was 15 to 20 sessions with all the different musicians.
Yeah. You collect all these takes, like everyone does 5 takes and says, "Oh, just pick the part you like." Well,
yeah,
we have to sit through and listen and edit and decide, and oh my God.
Yeah, the song file is 9 gigabytes. 9 gigabytes, which is quite a lot. So I think the lyrics took us 4 weeks. We had 5 or 6 pre-production meetings. We had a whole session just on what we wanted the drummer to do.
Wow, yeah.
Because we thought we'd make him...
we wanted him to think about all... We did. We wanted him to think, how are you going to express this 8 bars in rhythm? Yeah. My God.
And then we did a comping session, which was only supposed to be an hour, and I think that went on for 4 or 5 hours. And it wasn't finished even then.
Oh,
and I did another 2 or 3 sessions.
Right.
We
worked together.
Again.
I think that was the day we were just being together in the studio virtually. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was 4 or 5 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a long time. But worth it because it's like working on something beautiful makes you feel good. That's always the why. I'm looking for the why in everything I do, and I just feel good that when this gets into the world, we'll be like, see, makes people smile.
So what is the song called and why?
The song is called Coming
Alive.
Yes. I knew it.
The hesitation there was because originally when we started writing the song, it was going to be something about sunshine or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I had this genius idea, sarcastically, I'm saying genius now, of it being about coming alive, because to me it was more about kind of birth of a, feeling or an experience rather than just, a picturesque kind of event.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
I may live to regret that. And why? And for me, I wanted to call it Coming Alive because it was really about that kind of feeling of birth or rebirth or stuff, even though the song's got nothing about that in it. Rebirth's probably not the right word. It's regenerative.
Right.
What do you think of that word?
I like it. It's a good word.
And why did you think it should be called that?
I wanted to, we wanted to, well, this is like our beginning imprint. This is like the first thing we hang our hat on. And we wanted to make a statement of purpose.
So it's like us coming alive in your mind. Okay.
It is a little bit like our production company, the Bright Songs, is coming alive, baby. What?
But that's because it's back to front of me. Who is the team behind Bright Song Productions, and what are your personal whys?
Well, at the moment, it's spearheaded by Pete and I, and all our loved ones who support us at the moment. I wanted to do it because it was real players. Where my heart is humans expressing themselves through their art, and we made a decision for this song to have human players. And that's a hard thing to do, you know. It's a hard thing to organize and to get right and to get them to all work together. It resonates with me more deeply. We wanted the real sunshine. Back to you.
So my why for wanting to do music with the production company is really as a creative outlet. I think, you know, it's just a way to get my emotions out there. I mean, basically I have to write music, almost like breathing. I particularly wanted to do happy music, because it's not what I normally do. I've spent decades writing depressing, sad music about, you know, bad stuff that happened, and empathetic music is you know, is very well received. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be down and to release more kind of negativity in the world, you know, in terms of this.
Right.
And also, when we were trying to find the references, you know, things to compare it to, it was almost, well, it was impossible for me to find actually happy songs. There were upbeat songs and songs which purported to be happy, but they were usually, you know, courage songs or defeating songs, or I survived, you know, I won, I fought the battle and I won. It was impossible for me to find, you know, just an upbeat song. And even, you know, classic songs which you think are upbeat, like Walking on Sunshine by
Katrina and the Waves.
that's it. Her voice is depressing. You know, she's not singing it like she's happy. You know, it's not. You know, it's like walking on sunshine. You know, it's not joyous, to me anyway.
No, it's good. Tell us about the challenges of producing the song and writing it.
We're working remotely and we're on different sides of the world, and we've got different time zones to cope with. Right. And it was the same with all the musicians as well. Right. Yeah, so one of the sessions I was doing at 10 o'clock at night, and other times I was doing it at, you know, 10 in the morning. I mean, I think the biggest thing with an artistic collaboration is that obviously everybody's got their own ideas and their own biases and their own ways of doing things. And you have to kind of be as flexible as you can and let the ideas go wherever anybody wants to take them. And then we have to kind of come to some kind of, you know, consensus in the end where we decide what to do and what not to do. So that was one of the struggles. You know, the biggest struggle for me was to do it as a truly upbeat and happy song. And to keep the performances and the production and everything. What was it for you?
Well, yes. You know, we both do other things in our lives, and you know, I have a close to full-time job as a psychotherapist, as well as a disabled wife. And without going into my story in this particular moment, trying to continue the focus on the collaborative idea, because we all disappear into the universe, and then coming back to this going, okay, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? And we've been plugging away, man, for like a long time on a regular basis. We just keep coming back and going, we really believe in this project. And that was one of the challenges for me, how to have fun in the process as well. And that was a challenge for us too, because there were so many obstacles.
Doing a 3-minute song doesn't take 3 minutes. I mean, there's usually 10 takes of everything.
Right. And as the job of a producer, which you are, you have to be the mastermind, whereas everyone is enjoying your guidance. Like the musicians probably love doing it, because who doesn't like someone saying, here, play this and have fun, Meanwhile, we're going, we have to hold the whole project in our heads. And that's why they're like, here, look, I've got 5 takes. You pick the best one. It's not that that's an obstacle. It's just a different level of responsibility.
Like that 5-hour session we did, comping. I mean, it was literally 5 hours of comping, and we hadn't even finished the track when we ended. So,
right.
That's how much work goes on behind the scenes, basically.
What was our personal memories used within the song? Some of your personal memories. Well, I have a really good one, because this was birthed during the pandemic. We all know what that was like for us on a personal level. That's why we were doing uplifting songs, because we were pretty bummed out and feeling isolated. I remember sitting in a dark room here in Wisconsin, because winter is short. You don't get sun sometimes. And I was looking out the window, and I opened the curtain, and the sun came in, and I thought, the sunshine on my face made me feel good, So that's where I started. That's the genesis, and that was, I think, the nugget we started with. Let's write a song with an idea. Okay, here's the nugget.
I had to pull back to maybe when I was 8 or so, and we were on a family trip, and it was a fun trip, but with my dad driving, so we were in the car. So it wasn't an outdoor thing, but I can't remember. I don't think we were going to an outdoor place either, but we were going somewhere, and it was a fun thing. But we were together, and we were a family. My mum, my dad, and my brother and sister and me, all in the car, a bit squashed. And so I had to pull back on that to remember what kind of what that was like. I don't think I've ever actually been on top of a mountain, which is a bizarre thing to have to say, but I don't think I've ever actually done it. I've been on hills and stuff, but not really a mountain. But I have it sounds weird. I have a thing about cornfields. I'm not quite sure why. It's not that I particularly like corn. In fact, I'm very anti-corn, to be honest. But it's just the yellow color, and the fact that when you look, all you see for, it's not miles, but it seems like miles, is just this yellow expanse. And also the fact that every bit of the yellow is made up of a single
piece. Yeah. It reminds me of some of the Van Gogh work we just saw this weekend at the experience. Yeah, he references a lot of that pastoral grandeur in a positive way. It's beautiful. Yeah,
that was the ones for me. So I mean, again, another reason why I wanted to write the song, because I have so few of these kind of memories to pull on. It's good for me to to actually delve back and and actually bring them to the surface.
Yeah, because we get to experience them again. It's making me happy now, sitting there thinking about it. Yeah, it's awesome. The next question is, how many other versions of the song are there, and wasn't one in Spanish?
I don't know. Was one in Spanish, Cam?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
El sol brillando ilumina mis ojos, miro arriba, no me siento en bajo, me estiro hasta el cielo con el sol en mi cara, con el sol en mi cara. Almas inspiradas, almas libres, pasando tiempo juntos, brillando fuerte como corazones en llamas, compartiendo momentos para siempre. Estos sentimientos bien adentro, exhalando, inhalando, mirando para afuera sobre el mundo, juntos volando, comencemos con el sol en mi cara, con el sol en mi cara, almas inspiradas.
And wasn't one in Spanish? Are you kidding me? There is one in Spanish. That's Pete's genius. He found a Spanish singer on the line. Just impressive. Because here I am. I'm a songwriter. I write this song, and now someone's singing it in another language. So forgive me for using the word hilarious, because it's not. But it just made me happy. I'm just like, wow, that's really amazing.
I wanted to do it in Spanish because it's a very picturesque language for me. I don't speak a word of Spanish, so I've got no idea what they're saying
Right.
when they sang it. And you know, when we got the translation done, I was nervous that that we were saying the right thing. Yeah, because they could have told me to say anything.
I know.
Yeah, and that was a thing in itself. We went through 4 different translators. One was a good friend of Cam's, but she never delivered.
Right.
One of the girls who was going to do it wouldn't give me a price.
Wow.
She was just so protective about her art, translation, that she didn't want to put a price on it. And I'm thinking, well, how do I book you if you're not so much here? And then the other girl started it, and then she flaked out, which is a thing that happens with a lot of collab people, is that they just disappear and don't tell you why or anything.
Just lose the energy for the project. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had the vocal session in Spanish was just coming up, and so I had 2 lines of the first verse translated. And then the girl had disappeared, and the session was like 18 hours away. Anyway, so I asking in all the places. Anyway, so one guy stepped up to it, Miguel, and he did it for me. And again, something happened. I can't remember. Yeah, he disappeared. He had a fight with his girlfriend or something. And so he stopped doing the translation. So I'm basically, this is the morning of the translation, and I'm saying, where have you gone? I need the rest of the thing translated, because I'm doing the session in like 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
Anyway, so he did the rest of the translation for me in his car on the way to work. And because the technology was too hard, I wanted him to do it in Google Docs and put the line next to the English side, because he kind of what word was meant what word. And he couldn't do that. So he ended up typing the lyrics manually into Facebook Messenger. And then I had to copy and paste from Messenger back into the Google Doc, basically while the singer was in the middle of the session, and I'm going, right, here's verse 2, let's go with verse 2. And I had no idea what we were really singing. And then, of course, the fury of this, the real fury of this is one of the struggles. It was originally I went to the Spanish singer, who also speaks English perfectly. And she actually sang the English version as well. It's the same girl.
Oh, really? Wow, that's beautiful.
But she would not translate the English into Spanish for me. She just did not want that responsibility. It was like, no, you need to go away. And then, in fact, one of the sessions we cancelled because literally that had happened in between all these other translators, is that I didn't have the translation ready. And she went, well, I'm not going to translate it for you. You know, go away, come back when you've got it translated. Now we're on this session where the guy's translating it in his car and I'm copying and pasting it into the singer session, you know, basically live, pretty much verse to verse. And then here's the fury. She looks at the lyrics and she goes, yeah, that's good. I like what you said there, but I can't sing that. So I'm going to change the words completely so that they scan and so that I can sing them. And also, I don't think that word means this. So she looks up the thing. So she kind of ended up retranslating it anyway, even though she said she wouldn't do that. but it had taken the pressure off of her to do the translation, I guess. But so all that effort of getting it properly translated by the native speaker and then giving it to her, and then she goes, that's great, and I like what he's done, and I like the imagery and all this kind of stuff, but let's change it. And then she's coming to me and she's saying, I think it should be blah blah blah, blah instead of blah 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 blah. Because that means that, and I'm going, okay.
Oh my god!
If you think so, let's do that.
Yeah.
To finish the so we've got an unplugged version where there's less instrumentation. Also, because this song is going to be available for licensing on TV, film, and adverts, we've also got these other things called cuts, which are basically they're time snippets, like 20-second snippets or whatever.
Right.
But they're also layer snippets. So, some of them might only be guitar and saxophone, or another one might only be guitar and violin, or there might be a there's an instrumental version, so there's a version without the vocals,
right,
and all this kind of stuff. And also originally, when we were writing the song, we had this guide drum beat from an electronic drum machine, and it was a very high energy beat. And we were kind of at one stage, I think we were reluctant to get rid of it because we'd spent so long.
We kind of liked it. Yeah,
listening to it. And so that's why we had this 2-hour session about what we wanted the live drummer to do, because he could have just repeated the drum loop, but that wasn't the point. The point was for him to be an acoustic real drummer,
real player.
And so we spent 2 hours trying to doing this drum map of how we wanted it to
right. I know.
So but we've still got this high energy electronic drum beat, so there's also an electronic version, slightly more electronic version with with that. So that's some of the versions.
Some of our versions. Oh my god! Wow. In reviewing that, it kind of all we've worked hard on this thing. All right, what did you each learn or discover from doing this song? I don't know. I think I'm just learning so much collaborating with you, and it's such a challenging thing for me as an introvert who writes emo, depressing music to put myself out there and to engage and say, like, even this is challenging for me right now because I'm exposing myself and saying, how can I serve you? Instead of it's all about me, don't you like my song? How can I serve you? That's what I'm constantly learning. How can I serve? And that's actually what makes us happy. That's why we wrote the song, because we wanted to serve others in a way. So I'm learning about that.
I mean, this is going to sound insane probably, but I actually realized that I could listen to it and actually achieve that kind of joy or bliss or whatever you want to call it. And that was a new experience for me because, as I say, I haven't really found, any particularly happy music. I mean, I've got lots of relaxing ambient music and stuff like that, and stuff that I can meditate to or chill to, but not that actually push my happy button. I learned was that I could write
a happy
song.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We were both kind of shocked, weren't we? Not you personally, but me too. I was like,
I was
you mean we
shocked.
can write a song about anything and
Well, particularly about
collaborate?
being happy. But
Because
yeah.
I'm so precious about my little songs. I'm like, oh, this is perfect, and nothing can be touched by it. It was revelatory in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all a good news show. You know, there was no conflict, there was no struggle, and there was no winning or losing, and you know, it was just, and I can listen to the song and I can actually get into that state, and the fact that happened inspired me to kind of realize that what we were actually doing was not just a song; it was actually a way to change people's state. And that's why then, you know, I begged Cam if we could do the book. I wanted to add to the joy of the song. I was thinking, well, you know, what if we could do a book which got them into joy? And what if we could do a kind of a live show, you know, which wasn't just the song, but was also about pushing the joy button.
Right.
And so the idea kind of expanded. I'm already calling it, you know, our anthem of joy. And I would like it to kind of be an anthem.
Right.
And obviously, ultimately, we want, you know, loads of people to have it. But, yeah, more than and to hear it. But more than anything, yeah, I'd like it to become one of their treasured songs. You know, like people have their, you know, prom dance song and their getting married song, and, you know, some song that really means, you know, a lot to them. And I'd like it to be, you know, to become that. And you know, from the publishing company point of view, obviously we'd love it to be placed in an epic film, you know, where it really represented some, you know, some great emotional thing, and, you know, that'd be great to see it, you know, help to tell a story like that.
Right. Agreed.
But yes, there's a physical real world book. Yeah. Originally, we were just going to do like a coffee table picture book with feel good images. And then I decided we needed to step that game up.
Oh, man.
So just between you and me, even if they answer the question wrongly, they still get the reward.
Yeah.
But again, that's what a book of joy would do. It wouldn't,
Right.
you know,
It wouldn't judge you.
Scold them for getting it wrong. And you can get that book on Amazon.
Right.
Amazon.com or Amazon.co.uk. You can probably just search for Celebrate Heart, but I think if you just search for Bright Song Productions, I think we're the only one.
Of course, there's a link on the website, brightsongproductions.com. You know,
the website, yes.
Yeah. There's you can find everything from the website. Our final question here: how do people learn about stuff? Join the mailing list. Go to the website, join the mailing list. We'll be telling you what's going on. Please help us expand our internet imprint by commenting on the videos on social media. We've got a Facebook page, we've got an Instagram, we've got a TikTok, and we've got a YouTube. And just comment, like under this documentary, just say, hey, I love this song. This is incredible. Thanks, Pete and Cam, because that actually helps us a lot. We can help get the message out with interaction.
Yeah. And as Cam said, I mean, most of all, if you can comment below this documentary video and maybe share some of the things that make you happy or how the extracts of the song make you feel. Anyway, thanks for joining the documentary. I've been Peter from Bright Song Productions.
And I am Cam.
From
Bright Song Productions. from a lot of things. Depends who you talk to.